oppose the Southwestern and Eastern Development Funds that result in good-paying jobs, but they continue to talk down business and investment in this great province.
Thank you. Any question? The member from Halliburton, for Laurie Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Energy. Minister, on Friday, March the 7th, it was announced that the Stoneboat Community Wind Farm would be withdrawing its proposal to engage in a renewable energy project in my riding. While this developer made the right decision in withdrawing this project, I have been unable to get an answer from your ministry or the Ontario Power Authority about whether the FIT contract has also been cancelled. It's like playing a game of whack-a-mole. Where will this show up again? It's a moving target. So, since your ministry will not respond to my questions from my office or requests from the community, I'm asking you directly today, has this FIT project been cancelled by the Ministry of Energy?
Thank you. Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, the member will know that our position is that we will not cancel existing contracts. That's very, very clear. The party opposite, Mr. Speaker, has flip-flopped on this, Mr. Speaker. I think maybe somebody on that side should work in the shoe store, Mr. Speaker, because they're experts on flip-flops. The latest flip-flop is the Million Jobs Act, Mr. Speaker, whereby they give the Minister of Energy the power to cancel existing contracts. That will expose us to litigation of $20 billion, Mr. Speaker. With respect to this particular contract and the other contracts in the area, the people who are proponents will have to meet all the conditions, including environmental conditions, and if they can't, they will fall by the wayside. We have one that has fallen by the wayside, and we have to wait for the others to see whether they will be successvel in the environmental assessment process. You know that I met with the Buddhist proponents, and we are very, very set.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, Minister, you did meet with them, and you said you wouldn't make any approvals till you contact them, and then you made an approval without letting them know in December, the last day of the legislature. On March, you keep saying that it's going to be illegal to cancel feed-in contracts with wind power developers, but on March 4th, I know that Wind Concerns Ontario released a letter to you referencing the decision in Trillium versus Ontario 2013, which clearly states that governments are free to alter policies in the public interest. The $40 million Sham Temple Buddhist retreat near Bethany is in jeopardy because of the noise that these wind turbines will produce. The Peterborough Airport and its flight schools are worried about safety because of the sighting of a turbine in a flight landing path. The City of Peterborough, the County of Peterborough, the City of Kawartha Lakes, they've all said they don't want these wind turbines in their communities. Members, Wind Concerns, thousands of communities said that. You keep extending these contracts. You do have the out. So, Minister, why won't you listen to all these people in the public interest and cancel all those contracts?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister of the Environment.
Speaker,
Take it easy on her, Jim.
whenever there's a review of these, it's a very extensive review which is conducted. A number of ministries make comments to the Ministry of the Environment. The Ministry of the Environment has its officials conducting a review. There are onerous requirements on the part of the proponent to meet. There's even consultation in some cases where there's federal jurisdiction. When we talk about NAV Canada as being one of them. So there is all kinds of
Minister of Rural Affairs.
place. And ultimately in any of these cases, when any individual or group is dissatisfied with the decision that is rendered, that decision can go to a environmental review tribunal. Sometimes these even end up in court. But I want to assure the member there's always a very extensive review of all of these.
Your question? Leader of the third party.
Thank you.